everyone, this is Trish Angeles of Group 1, and for today's video, we will be talking about the international business environment.
International business is defined as an organization that buys and sells goods and services across two or more national boundaries, even if management is located in a single country. International business is equated only with those big enterprises which have operating units outside their own country. International business allows countries to expand their markets and access goods and services that otherwise may not have been available domestically. As a result of international business, the market is more competitive. This ultimately results in more competitive pricing and brings a cheaper product home to the consumer. International business was key to the rise of the global economy. In the global economy, supply and demand, and thus prices, both impact and are impacted by global events. A product that is sold to the global market is called an export, and a product that is bought from the global market is an import. Imports and exports are accounted for in the current account section in a country's balance of payments. Global trade allows wealthy countries to use their resources like labor, technology, or capital more efficiently. Different countries are endowed with different assets and natural resources like land, labor, capital, and technology. This allows some countries to produce the same good more efficiently, or in other words, more quickly and with less of a cost. Therefore, they may sell it more cheaply than other countries. If a country cannot efficiently produce an item, it can obtain it by trading with another country that can. The importance of business environment understanding is because business environment inserts its impacts on business success, scale, vision, and development strategy. Having fully understanding about these issues should be prioritized by leaders. Understanding of business environment is important because first, it helps the firm to identify opportunities and get a first mover advantage. The ability to identifying the external opportunities early and to make the first move makes an organization the market leader. Environment provides numerous opportunities for the business success. Early identification of opportunities helps an enterprise to be the first to exploit them instead of losing them to competitors and become the market follower. Second is that it helps the firm to identify threats and early warning signals. Business environment is prone to numerous threats. Environmental awareness can help managers to identify various threats on time and serve as an early warning signal. Third is that it helps in tapping useful resources. Environment is the source of all resources a business needs for its operation. It takes natural, human, and financial resources and convert them to goods and services to customers, make payment of taxes to government, return on financial investments to investors, and so on. As an organization is completely dependent on the resources from environment, a manager should have a good understanding about business environment. Lastly is that it helps in assisting in planning and policy formulation. Business environment is very dynamic and is a source of both opportunities and threats. Only with a clear understanding of the various aspects of the environment.
My name is Andrea and I will be discussing microenvironment factors. Suppliers. Suppliers can control the success of the business when they hold power. Suppliers are another important component of the microenvironment. Organizations depend on many suppliers for equipment, raw material, to maintain their production. Next is resellers. If the product the organization produces is taken to market by third-party resellers or market intermediaries such as retailers, wholesalers, then the marketing success is impacted by those third-party resellers. Resellers such as Target or Best Buy are distribution channel business that help your company find customers or make sales to them. Customers. Who the customers are B2B or B2C local, or international. The business enterprises aim to earn profit through serving the customer demand. It now thinks more in terms of profitable sale rather than more sales volume for its sake. The competition. Those who sell the same or similar products and services as your organization is your market competition. The competitive environment consists of certain basic things which every firm has to take note of. The most common competition which company's product now faces is from differentiated products of other companies. Lastly, the general public. The public has the power to help you reach your goals, just as they can also prevent you from achieving them.
Good afternoon, this is Araneta presenting the 6 components of a firm's microenvironment. Contains elements that can impact the firm, but are generally beyond its direct control. These elements are characteristics of the world at large and are factors that all businesses must contend with, regardless of the industry they are in or type of business they are. Pastel is a tool that reminds managers to look at several distinct categories in the macro environment. Like SWOT, Pastel is an acronym. In this case, the letters represent the categories to examine: political factors, economic factors, socio-cultural factors, technological factors, environmental factors, and legal factors. When using Pastel to analyze a specific firm's situation, overlap between different categories of Pastel factors can sometimes happen, just as it can with SWOT. Let's now proceed to the 6 components of the macro environment included in the Pastel analysis. First is political factors. Political factors in the macro environment include taxation, tariffs, trade agreements, labor regulations, and environmental regulations. Note that in Pastel, factors are not characterized as opportunities or threats. They are simply things that a firm can take advantage of or treat as problems depending on its own interpretation or abilities. Second is economic factors. All firms are impacted by the state of the national and global economies. The increased interdependence of individual country economies has made evaluating the economic factors in a firm's macro environment more complex. Firms analyze economic indicators to make decisions about entering or exiting geographic markets, investing in expansion, and hiring or laying off employees. Once again, any scenario can be a threat to one firm and an opportunity to another, so economic forces should not be assumed to be intrinsically good or bad. Third is social factors. Quite possibly the largest category of macro-environmental factors an analyst might examine are socio-cultural factors. This broad category encompasses everything from changing national demographics to fashion trends and many things in between. Demographics, a subset of this category, includes facts about income, educational levels, age groups, and the ethnic and racial composition of a population. All of these facts present market challenges and possibilities. Firms can target products to specific market segments by studying the needs and preferences of demographic groups, such as working women, college students, or the elderly. Fourth is technological factors. The rise of the internet may be the most disruptive technological change of the last century. The globe has become more interconnected and interdependent because of the fast, low-cost communications the internet provides. Is environmental factors. This external environment category often overlaps with others in Pastel because concern for the environment is also a socio-cultural trend, as more consumers look for recycled products and buy electric and hybrid cars. On the political front, firms are facing increased regulation around the world on their carbon emissions and natural resource use. Although SWOT would characterize these factors as either opportunities or threats, Pastel simply identifies them as aspects of the external environment that firms must consider when planning for their futures. Last is legal factors. Legal factors in the external environment often coincide with political factors because laws are enacted by government entities. This does not mean that the categories identify the same issues, however. Although labor laws and environmental regulations have deep political connections, other legal factors can impact business success. For example, in the streaming video industry, licensing fees are a significant cost for firms. Netflix pays billions of dollars every year to movie and television studios for the right to broadcast their content. In addition to the legal requirement to pay the studios, Netflix must consider that consumers may find illegal ways to view the movies they want to see, making them less willing to pay to subscribe to Netflix. Intellectual property rights and patents are major issues in the legal realm. Results from PESTEL analysis allow the company to make specific choices when planning the company's future, from how the brand should be presented to any changes within the structure of the company's organization to the development of new products. So the manager of a company that uses PESTEL analysis may focus on the social aspects of consumer behavior. This may include examining customer demographics, culture, and buying patterns, or they may choose to look at the environment and how it plays into consumer reach.
Hello everyone, I'm Albina and I'm going to discuss about SWOT analysis. Strengths. When we discuss strengths, we're referring to company competitive advantage and distinctive competencies, that is, what the company does really well. Some examples of strength include: first, strong employee attitude; second, excellent customer service; and third, large market share. Weaknesses. A company weakness is any resource or process that your business lacks but needs to succeed. Weaknesses limit your company's ability to reach its full potential. The purpose of performing a SWOT analysis on your business is to bring to light the positive force already at work and to identify areas for improvement. Opportunities. A business opportunity involves sales or lease or any product, service, equipment, etc. The licensor or seller of a business opportunity usually declares that it will secure or assess the buyer in finding a suitable location or provide the product to the purchaser license. Threats. In business analysis, threats are anything that could cause damage to your organization, venture, or product. This could include anything from other companies who might intrude on your market to supply shortage, which might prevent you from manufacturing a product. Threats are negative and external.
Hello everyone, I'm Melanie Apales and I'm going to discuss about the advantages of SWOT analysis.
Advantages of SWOT analysis. A SWOT analysis is a great way to guide business strategy meetings. It's powerful to have everyone in the room to discuss the company's core strengths and weaknesses, and then move from there to define the opportunities and threats. And finally, to brainstorming ideas. Oftentimes, the SWOT analysis you envision before the session changes throughout to reflect factors you were unaware of and would never have captured if not the group's input. A company can use SWOT for overall business strategy session or for a specific segment such as marketing, production, or sales. This way, you can see how the overall strategy developed from the SWOT analysis will filter down to the segments below before committing to it. You can also work in reverse with the segment-specific SWOT analysis that feeds into an overall SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is instrumental in strategy formulation and selection. It is a strong tool, but it involves a great subjective element. It is best when used as guide and not as prescription.